Project Pen Update 2. This is for the months August 18 to September 18. This picture is just an overview of all of the things that happened during this month. It was a very eventful month, but I'll be breaking down all of it throughout this video. So the first product that's going to be staying in is the NYX Brow Powder in Taupe. My goal for that was 12 and my actual usage was 22. The Milani Highlighter. My goal with this essentially for the whole project pen was to show some use, and I'm slowly starting to do that. My next goal after that is to just have a good divot. I feel like once I hit pan, I might declutter this because this is quite a big eyeshadow. I know this is a highlighter, but I don't like it as a highlighter. It's not the way I expected it to be. My goal for this was 10 and my actual uses was 33. Next product that's staying is the Urban Decay Naked 2 Basics palette. My goal for this as a whole was to show some use. My next goal now is to hit pan on it, or at least have a good divot on the spots that already have some good uses. For my goal on this product was to use 15 times on most shades. So for Skimp, I used it 39 times, Stark, I used it 44 times, Frisk, Cover, and Primal, I used it 39 times, and then Undone, I used it 13 times. The next product is the Bessu Beauty Eyeliner in the shade Black and Nude. You can see a slight difference between the two pencils that you can see on the yellow card. They're slowly going down, so hopefully I'm able to use that up. At least maybe a little bit more than half of it gone. If I do half of it gone, then that's amazing. My goal for this product was to use it 10 times for each pencil eyeliner. For the black one, I used it 18 times, and the nude one, I used it 20 times. Next product is the Maybelline Push Up Mascara. My goal was to use it 10 times. My actual uses was 17. The Smith's Lip Balm, my goal was to use it 5 times and I used it 23 times. I had a higher number this time around compared to last month because I did layer it, but based on the photos, it doesn't really show much. I know that this lip balm will last me probably another year or two because I did own this previously, and those lasted me maybe I would say 2 years. For the Dr. Papa in the yellow tube, my goal was to use it 5 times and I actually used it 35 times. My Bath & Body Works Tinted Lip Balm. It's kind of hard to tell, but there is a difference in my eyes. You can see how far I've gone on the note card. There's a good difference, I would say. My goal for this was to use it 5 times, and I did use it 5 times, but I don't know exactly how much, so I just use it 5+ times. Because I do keep this in my purse and I don't typically tend to track items that are in my purse. Next is the Tony Moly lip tint. Last month's picture wasn't the best picture per se, like I apologize for that, but for this time around I think I had a decent picture. I did let it stand up for a few hours and I got that amount. My goal for this one was to use it 10 times and I actually used it 35 times. So the products I will be rolling out, I'm going to roll out the Airspun Loose Face Powder. For this month, my goal was 15 times and I marked it 28 times. I didn't mark anything during August, but I did mark it on the intro. It's different. If that is confusing, I apologize, but you're still able to see like the remnants of my first marking with the Sharpie and the nail polish, but I just decided to use masking tape this time around because it helps me see how much I actually used up. When I used the nail polish, I was not able to see how much I used up, and that kind of discouraged me. But from the intro up to now, that's how much I've used. Not a lot. Next product I'm rolling out is the BH Cosmetics Highlighter. You can see a major difference between the first time I brought it in and this time around. My goal was to use it 10 times on any shade. For the shade Radiant, I used it 40 times, the shade Dream 40 times, shade Allure 7 times, Ethereal 15 times, Vivid 12 times, and Glow was 11 times. My goal for this as an overall is to just hit pan, mainly on the shades Dream and Radiant. This one I'm really happy about. The ABH matte lipstick in the shade Spice. My goal was to use it 10 times and I used it 51 times. This was the product I think I used the most I really love the lip combination that I created with the Tony Moly lip tint and this one. It just looked so beautiful. I know on the marking it doesn't look that much, but to me that's quite a lot. Like if you compare it to August's picture to September's picture, that's quite a lot. Like that's a big difference. So for declutters, I had a good amount of declutters during this month. The first one, Iced Pear Margarita from Bath & Body Works. I completely finished everything, and I finished 2 of 3 of my Walgreens chapsticks. I also finished my Tony Moly eyebrow pencil completely, and the NYX matte eyeliner. I didn't actually reach my goal for this because it started to burn my eyes. So for the 2 lip balms, my goal was to use it 5 times each. The brow pencil, my goal was to use it 12 times. My actual usage was 21 times until it was completely empty. And then the NYX matte eyeliner, my goal was 15 times, but I had to declutter it at 13 uses. Now, roll-ins. So I'm gonna roll in the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but I am gonna switch between my powders every month. My goal for the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder is to use it 15 times. For the Airspun highlighter, you can see that I included the intro mark and last month's mark for August. I'm pretty sure I marked this correctly. It's kind of confusing when I'm rolling out stuff all the time. But my goal for the Airspun is to use it 10 times each. I think I messed this up. The lipstick is not supposed to be the ABH one and the Bath & Body Works. It's supposed to be the Milani one and the elf one. I'm gonna probably add a picture of that at the end, but I'm also gonna roll in my 3rd Walgreens chapstick. I do have a picture of a potted one and the one in the tube. The one in the tube, I rolled it out to see how much I had, but it would not roll back down, so I just shoved that all into a pot and hoping for the best. So far it's working. I'm also gonna roll in the Wet n Wild brow pencil. That's like in a triangular one. It's in the shade ash brown. And then the other one I'm gonna be rolling in is the NYX Epic Wear eyeliner. I'm not sure if I set the goals for the lipstick. So for the Milani lipstick, my goal is to use it 15 times, and then for the elf lipstick, my goal is to use it 15 times as well. For the Walgreens lip balm number 3, my goal is to use it 5 times. The Wet n Wild brow pencil, my goal is to use it 15 times, and then for the Epic liner, my goal is to use it 10 times. For non-makeup, so you can see I did use a good bunch on the peach berry one for perfumes. I didn't use as much of the Victoria's Secret Seduction just because I've been focusing on the other 2, but the perfume that I've been focusing a lot was the Pure Instinct one because I just really don't want that in my collection anymore. I bought it out of impulse because a lot of people were saying it was good on TikTok, but it's actually pretty mediocre and it's not a fragrance that I'm overly hyped about. But there is a bit of a difference between last month and this month. You can see with the Victoria's Secret one, not that much progress. The Bath & Body one, the Pearberry, was a lot of progress, as well as my Pure Instinct one. I did roll in my other body wash. I marked it at the start. I'm not sure if you can see, but there's a start marking, and then I also marked it when I rolled it in. This slides is from Slides Go. This is the actual slide format that I use.